Good morning, dudes. How is it going? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Druid deck. Yes, again. But, I don't know, I like this deck a lot, so I thought I might as well show it to you. It's an Ancient Watcher Druid, and it's actually mostly created around the idea of, well, dealing well with aggro. So, let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? As you can see right here, it's pretty much the usual. Actually, there's really nothing too crazy going on with this. It's really simple. It's playing just the usual few Druid cards like Reeds, a Claw, Wrath, a Swipe, Keeper of the Grove, Druid of the Claw, a Force of Nature, and a Savage Roar, and the Ancients of Lore. Now, those are pretty much any Druid deck, so there's really nothing special about that. Now, what makes this deck interesting are the Ancient Watches. Now, Ancient Watcher is really cool in Druid, because Keeper of the Grove is such a multi-purpose card. You can use it to silence them, right? You can also not do that. I've got 2 Defend of Argus and 2 Sunfury Protectors to give them taunt. And the nice thing about the Ancient Watches is that it's just so difficult to deal with. Like, it's so difficult to deal with for any class. Like, it's just tough, because they are so cheap and they are so powerful. Of course, they can't attack, but if you give them taunt, they are amazing, because you can't silence the taunt, right? What happens if you silence the Ancient Watcher taunt is that I can attack with the Ancient Watcher now. So basically you just gave me a Yeti. And that's of course amazing. Other than that, it's just pretty control heavy. Like, it got the Big Game Hunter, got the Nerve Ring Farseer. Well, yeah, it's got Wrath and Swipes. Not really that many spells. This got a lot of minions. One is sure Drake, because I don't know, I just like it. I think it's pretty cool, a pretty cool card to have. And then we've got Cairn, Ragnaros, and Scenarios as our big finishers. I'm actually not too sure about Scenarios. I'm kind of experimenting with this guy. He also gives more taunt, which is nice if you're playing against a lot of aggro. But Sarah does the trick too, and it's difficult. Now, this deck is by no terms of the definition perfect. This deck does have one big weakness, and that is control. It is a control deck that doesn't really deal that well with other control decks. This is specifically built to deal with aggro. So if you're encountering a lot of Hunter, if you're encountering a lot of Warlock, you're going to be able to play this deck and get a fantastic win percentage or win rate. But as long as you're playing against a lot of control, which I have recently found myself doing, this is just not gonna cut it, right? This is not what this deck is meant for. It can win, it sure as hell can, but it is, you're playing with a handicap. So I wouldn't recommend it in that scenario. Anyways, let's get to it, shall we? Let's go ahead and show you a bit. And well, this deck is actually one that I build myself, but you're gonna see deck lists like similar to mine, like just float around everywhere, right? Ancient Watcher Druid is pretty much that. Like, there are some changes here and there. Some people are gonna play less legendaries towards the end of it. I just like having a few finishers. That's actually really the idea, right? And yeah, so this is gonna show you what Ancient Watcher Druid can do. Now, we're playing against a Shaman. So, Shaman usually tends to be a lot more control heavy, which means we might be in a bit of trouble, but it should be fine. So we're gonna keep the Claw and this Swipe. I'm not sure. No, let's actually toss that. Again, again, playing against a Druid. No, not a Druid, a Shaman. And as a result, I'm just not that. I just don't feel like I need to worry, right? Like, right now, we are fine. We've got our Ancient Watcher already, which is fantastic. We've got an Ancient of Lore ready as well, which I know it's weird to be happy about getting that guy early on, but honestly, I really don't mind. To me, that's perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and drop the Harvest Golem. That's actually a fantastic draw to get right there. Those are just so amazing every game. Like, they are fantastic. I love the Harvest Golems so much. They are absolutely brilliant. And they're gonna go a long way. And now, it really depends like on what he wants to do right here. I don't know. I really don't know what my exact plan is for next turn. I could just Ancient Watcher. Yeah, it really depends on what he plays. Oh, so he's gonna actually go for the kill. He wants to get rid of that. I wonder if he's got another spell. A Flame Tongue Totem. Oh, that's interesting. So, we're gonna kill the Flame Tongue Totem. we need to kill the Flame Tongue Totem, because that's a card that gives a lot of options. And that's generally not something that I appreciate, right? Always take away options. That's just a general gameplay style you should encompass, because it is really consistent. If you don't give your opponent room to play around with it, it's just like you need to do this every turn, then you are in control. And of course you want to be in control if you're playing a control deck, right? That's not too difficult. Oh, a taunt. And he's actually gonna start swinging with that? Yeah. No, I'm not too sure that I like that. I'm not too sure that I like that. I don't know. It's not really necessary for him to start swinging. So, why would you? And you overloaded yourself for it too. I don't like that. I've got to admit. But then again, he might fear Harrison Jones. Harrison Jones is actually a card that has been popping up a lot. A lot of people like to play him over the ooze. I actually do get the reasoning, but I just don't own a Harrison Jones. So that's why I'm not doing it. Okay, what is he gonna do with that? He's just gonna hit me. Interesting. So as it turns out, we are actually playing against some sort of aggro. Surprisingly enough, I thought this was just gonna be a control deck, but no, I guess I was wrong. So, perfect draw right here. Pew. Hit that. And now we're in a really, really nice position. We're not really that mana efficient, right? Like this turn we got 1 mana crystal left. I suspect that we're gonna have 1 left next turn as well. But honestly, that doesn't matter. As long as you can, as long as you deal with what you have to deal with, as long as you continue to delay, it just doesn't matter. So, yeah, it should be fine. And a lightning bolt on that. I expect him to kind of hit the Whelp. Boom. Here we go. And the Ancient Watcher is still standing. Oh, here we go. Well, that's actually fantastic. So we can drop this. Then we're gonna Wrath this guy. And poke him. I really don't mind taking that bit of damage. One of the main problems with Shaman is that they really don't have a lot of one-turn kill potential. They do have a combo with Leroy, which is Leroy, Rockbiter Weapon, and Wind Fury, which is really powerful. But he already used Leroy, so yeah, I guess so much for that. Other than that, not that much one-turn kill potential, and as a result, we should be fine, right? I'm okay with taking just a bit of damage as long as everything is in control. I should be okay. And I suspect he's gonna run this into the Ancient Watcher, which is fine, right? That's completely okay with me, because I can then just swipe whatever the hell else he plays. Oh. Well, you know what? This might actually be troublesome. So does he have a Hex? This is actually... It's an interesting situation. This is an interesting situation. Yes, he does have a Hex. So who's gonna go for? Oh. And a Manatite Totem. You know, this is actually perfect. This is exactly what I was talking about. I can swipe whatever the hell else he plays. And that's exactly what we will do right here. Pew. And this turn we're also just gonna get a Druid of the Claw out. I mean, why the hell not? So as you can see, we again dealt with whatever the hell he played. And then we just got another minion on the field and we keep delaying him. And we got Ragnaros ready, we've got Scenarios ready. We can actually get some big guys on the field. And he used his first Hex already, right? He only got 2 of those. And I've got Scenarios and Ragnaros in hand. This is what I like about this deck, right? You can delay a lot. And then towards the end of it, you're just like, Ragnaros, he hexes it. And then you're like, Scenarios. And he's like, shit. So yeah. Oh, well, that's peculiar. Oh. Okay. That is not something I would call a good play. Pew. So, we could just play Scenarios. How much does... No, we're not gonna do that. What we're going to do is this. Then we're also gonna poke it. Yep. Because the next turn we can Scenarios and boost all of them up. Hell yeah! Or if we get lucky, we draw the Force of Nature and just kill him. But we are looking so good right now. There's not much he can do. And we got huge board control, and he is obviously running out of options. No, he does have that totem hero power, which I think the totem hero power might be the best in the game. It's a little unreliable, but it's nonetheless still amazing. Oh, that guy is gonna be annoying though. Actually, Ragnaros is probably gonna be the best option. Oh well, that's a shame. The no shock, okay. You know, that's fine. Can we kill him? We can deal... That's 4. That's another 10. That's another 12. 22. We can deal 22 damage to him. Do I do that? You know what? No. I am in no rush. I'm gonna play Ragnaros. Gonna do this. This right here and then hit him. And Ragnaros is gonna... Like, this is pretty much gonna secure me the kill. He shot him for 8. Shamans really don't have any heal. And Force of Nature Savage Roar deals exactly 14 damage. The other scenario would have been it shoots the fire elemental, in which case I can still just Savage Roar and Force of Nature for the win. So, yeah. It's pretty much game over. So we did actually play against a rather aggressive deck right here. And as you saw, he didn't stand a chance. Like, you don't... That's the thing about this deck, right? It wins against aggro. And it wins against aggro all the time. But if you're not playing against aggro, it's just not that amazing. So can we actually win? Yeah, we can. Now you may be asking, like, how can you win? But you need to calculate in the Ragnaros shot. So we shoot this, we shoot this, we shoot this, right? Hit that, and then Ragnaros is gonna finish him. Works out perfectly, and boom. And we won convincingly at 24 HP. But the strongest part of this deck, right? The thing what makes this deck any good is the fact that it's got so many finishes. It will be able to clean out the game if only the game lasts long enough. I'm going to show you in another game. We always do too, right? Now, I'm just hoping we play against another aggro deck. Well, even against a control deck, that would be fine, because then I can really show you the weakness and why this deck is not really like the strongest. It is more of like a counter pick deck. If you are looking to play in a tournament, right, the way Hearthstone tournaments are set up is that you got multiple decks, and that you always like try to knock out each other's deck. So we're playing against a hunter here. So for example, you are playing, I don't know, Shaman, right, and you go up against their hunter, and you're like, well shit, that hunter just destroyed me. Then you can get out this deck, because you know it deals well with aggro. And as you can see right here, just take a look at these minions, right? We got Harvest Golems, so difficult to kill, right? We got that cheap Claw, which is going to allow us to cut something down. We got the Ancient Watcher already, and the Earthenring Farseer, which will give us some nice HP. Usually I actually prefer using the Earthenring Farseer on something that's not myself, like on a minion, because that's actually quite amazing. And worst case scenario, we always got the Ancients of Lore. So, we actually recently, like very recently, a surprisingly high amount of Control Hunter has been running around, and I gave it a shot myself, and I actually got to admit, I like it. I think it's pretty cool, but who's he gonna hit? So this is definitely an aggro hunter, because he's not hitting, he's not hitting the minion. He's obviously aggro, obviously, right? No argument to be made there. So that's fine. He's probably gonna play a trap right here. Yeah, that's just what's going to happen, I assume, and then... Oh, an animal companion, well that's... Oh, Leog, oh! Fool, that's what you take, that's what you get. Okay then, so I'm thinking we're just gonna hit this. I really don't care about these. That's a nice thing about the Harvest Golems, right? Like, you're just like, yeah, whatever, let them do what they want to do. Now, I'm not too worried about taking this bit of damage right here, because I do have the Earthenring Farseer. I do have the Ancients of Lore, which overall add up to 13 additional HP, added on top of the Claw, which is then 15, and I can hero power every turn. So, it's just, yeah. And once I get my taunts going, he's just done. He's just done. And a Wolf Rider is probably gonna beat me with that. Yeah. Nothing too surprising there. So the way we're gonna go about this is first of all that. I suspect that's a flame trap. Got to trigger it. Oh, it's a misdirection. That's actually much better for me. Hit me. That's a shame. Well, that's actually still fine. I can deal with that. So... I think we're gonna play this and hope that we somehow draw into our taunting cards. Man, that's what I'm fishing for right now, right? I got the ancient watcher. What I need now is a defender of Argus or an Argent protector. Either one, and he can't do shit anymore because he's playing Rushdown, right? He's trying to beat me down, but honestly, right now I'm not that confident anymore because I'm not drawing the cards I need. Oh man, and it's not like it's unlikely, right? I've got 4 copies of those in my deck. 4, that's crazy. That's a huge amount for a Hearthstone deck. And the fact that I'm not getting any of them actually is quite unlucky. But I guess it's fine. It seems like he's kind of out of options. Like he's not playing confidently. Like he's taking so long with his turns. He's not. What does he have? Oh, Starving Buzzard and a Timberwolf. Oh, he's fishing. He does have nothing. That's fine. So, what do we do right here? I think we're just gonna hit that. This is risky because of Unleash the Hounds, but he already used one of the Timberwolves. You know what? I'm actually gonna use these 2, and I'm gonna deal 1 less damage this turn. But I'm also gonna save myself 1 HP, and I'm fine with that. Look, those 1 less damage, those won't matter. And if my shit survives, I can actually kill him next turn. Oh, he's fishing. Oh, he's looking. What is he going for? He already used the Timberwolf, so his Unleash the Hounds won't really be that powerful. A Leroy Unleash the Hounds would be... How much damage would that be? That would be 11 damage, but that's still not enough. And actually, that would kill him. An Iron Beak Owl, okay. He's gonna hit me again. Still at 17, I'm still okay. Kill command. Me? Yes. I believe we won. Okay, let's do the math. We've got 7 damage on the field. That's gonna... another 11. That's exactly enough to kill him. Pew. You're not getting a well played from me, Bridge. So as you saw, even without the what's it called, the taunting Ancient Watcher, this deck wins against aggro. And it wasn't even close, right? You might say, well, you were at 12 HP, but that was only because he tossed out everything he had on that last turn, right? He tossed out all of his options. It was a desperation move. And if after your desperation move, I'm still at 12 HP, then I'm at a good amount of HP. I'm comfortable with that, right? So yeah, that's my my counter aggro druid. It's not so much an Ancient Watcher druid as I like to call it, a counter aggro druid. But if you want to give this a shot, feel free. It's really a nice deck to have around if you feel that the ladder is just particularly aggressive on a day, right? Where you're like, oh no, not this again, right? I'm tired of this shit. That's kind of how I often feel, and that's why I built this. And it's fantastic for that one reason. Again, doesn't deal well with control. Viscera, if your opponent plays Viscera, you're pretty much fucked. Like, game over right there. It doesn't really play well against the control warrior either, so yeah, it's a peculiar deck. But it's actually one, like, if I were to participate in tournaments, if I had the time for that, I would be carrying this as my druid deck, because again, it deals so well with aggro. Anyways, I think I've repeated myself enough for one day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you tomorrow.